Okay, 4 lights, 5 lights, we're underway. Oh, creeping, he forgot that there's a gap. That was Nelson Piquet Jr. with the GoPro car, but into the lead it is going to be DeJong who leads, with Ericsson in second place, with Piquet Jr. in third position. Then we have got a Bruce the long way around. Cindric takes the Joker lap for his one and only time on that lap. Still leading is Mitchell DeJong, who has also taken the Joker together with Kevin Ericsson. So the American leads ahead of the Swede here in Texas.
DeJong coming off the wins at Linden Hill just a couple of weeks ago, where he went over there with the lights cars and for a learning experience, quote unquote, and ended up winning all of his races over there. And he's just over the moon over that. Even Ericsson, I was talking to him in the paddock, and he said he was really impressed with DeJong and his speed. So we're going to have to see if Ericsson can put his head down here and close that gap. But these guys, teammates, close friends, and they actually share setup even information between themselves and do data overlays between themselves. So they're very close, and they're pretty close on the track right now. I wonder how far that friendship's going to carry.
Now, International Rallycross has really had its heartland in Scandinavia, Norway, Finland, Sweden, a real heartland for Rallycross, and that's why we have seen the explosion of Rallycross all over the world of late, particularly with Andreas Ericsson, who has built a lot of these cars and built a lot of the Ford supercars that we will see here later. But it's the American who's showing the Swede the way here, and indeed on a world stage.
Yeah, it's really impressive stuff. And Mitchell coming out of go-karting, he's raced in off-road trucks as well, and also in road racing and Formula car stuff. So he's kind of got that nice balance of experience, and that's what you see a lot of times in the series. The guys that are successful don't just have one discipline at their disposal, but because of course we're racing on both surfaces here. So it's a handy thing to have been in a pro lights truck or any sort of off-road vehicle or Baja type vehicle, and also done some road racing. And those guys usually kind of the cream rises to the top in that case.
Nothing like experiencing whatever you sit in whatever car, whether it be understeers and oversteers, whether it's downforce and aerodynamics and absolute grip, or whether it's a bit more fluid, one could say, of a Baja truck, for example.
Fluid's a good word.
Fluid's a good word, but there's nothing like experience. You hear about it so many times, and world champions say when they were coming through the ranks, I don't care what I drove, as long as I drove something every weekend.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter where you finish, to be honest. Initially, it's all just a learning experience, and hopefully you take it as that. Any mistake you make, any bad setup you have, and you suffer through that race, and with that in the car, you're going to learn something huge from it. There's always a positive to take away from it.
And it's something that we have seen, the World Rally teams have come into Rallycross. We've seen Andretti coming over, of course, this year with Scott Speed and Tanner Faust, and they're bringing another element to Rallycross. Never is engineering complete.
No, it's never finished. There's always another level, isn't there? Just when you think it's as advanced, as fast, as spectacular as it can be, they come out and they shock you the next year with something new. And yeah, we've got, as you said, we've got IndyCar teams, not just Andretti, but KV Racing now, also an IndyCar team with Nelson Piquet Jr. So the level is really just continuously ratcheting up, and it never ceases to amaze and impress.
And these space frame-based cars are an ideal learning vehicle for the youngsters to get a little bit of moisture coming out of the car there. You can see some splashes on the windscreen when the light catches it, or is it just the washers that are actually integrated into the wipers themselves for the windshield leaked just a little bit. He doesn't want to wipe the wipers across the screen because it might impair his vision a bit.
Yeah, you get a bit of a smear there and end up with worse vision than you started with if you just left it on the windscreen in the first place. Look at that, you got me to say windscreen. They're rubbing up on me.
Hoods and bonnets and trunks
and aluminium coming.
Aluminium. Oh well, yeah, that's. Now then, with one more lap to go here in the Rallycross Lights final, Mitchell DeJong, he is going to be a star for the future. He really is a star at the moment, but on an international scene and at an X Games scene, a man that we are really going to have to keep an eye on.
really tidy in the hairpin every lap. I've been watching him each lap, and he does that little bit of the handbrake, turning the car in, and he does it. He never over-rotates the car. He slides it just enough. He gets the wheel straight, right back on the gas. It's very mechanical, methodical.
Mitchell DeJong takes the victory here in the Rallycross Lights at X Games Austin. Second place goes to Kevin Eriksson, and third place is going to be going to Austin Cindric. He gets on the podium in third position. What a great drive.